What is it that Farfa's always saying? Oh yeah, not a Banlist channel. Hey guys, Brad from Drathrorol Games here, and Konami's no sooner than date for the TCG Banlist is right around the corner. Monday, in fact. And let's be honest, it is going to be in February, probably. But, you know, just in case they decide to post it early or on time or whatever you want to call it, you know, I figured I'd take care of this video now, let you guys know what my predictions are. I'll be honest, it's probably not all that much different from anyone else's predictions, but, you know, there are a handful of differences. So with all that out of the way, let's get right on into it. So let's of course start with what I think is getting banned, starting with number 86, Heroic Champion Rhongomyniad. Who thought this card was so fair and balanced? Who had the idea? Who had the idea for this card? I know it's an anime card because it's a number card, but who thought that this was actually balanced and healthy for the game? I mean, sure, they probably thought that it would be really difficult to get that many materials on it, but now with oh shit, what's that other one called, the bamboozling thing, with that in the game now, it's so easy to get enough materials on it to where your opponent can't play, like, at all. So honestly, at this point in the game, it just needs to go, needs to get banned. I mean, I know Dark Warrior's not doing so much right now because people are kind of over preparing for it, but it's still out there, and it will definitely make a return if we don't take care of Rhongomyniad. Speaking of Dark Warrior decks, we've got to get rid of Topologic Gunblar Dragon. Who thought that hand looping your opponent for 6 cards, their entire frickin' hand, was a good idea? Who at Konami thought that this was a good idea? It's too easy to make, and why would you do this? And then on top of that, you throw in Aqua Dolphin to get rid of the 5th and 6th cards. So Gunblar takes 4, Aqua Dolphin takes 1 or 2 more. So but Gunblar Dragon, it's just too much. It's too much, and on top of that, it's it's part of the extra linking problem. It's just gotta go. It's gotta go. Get rid of it. Next up, this one's a bit more generic rather than just Dark Warrior. This needs to go for the sake of the game, of course, because that's what these ban cards are. They need to go for the overall health of the game. But Summon Sorceress cannot exist in a world where we have Needle Fiber, and Needle Fiber is coming soon. Mark my words, it is coming soon. It's probably coming out in Savage Strike, which is the next set. It's coming out at the end of the month. It needs to go before it becomes a really, really big problem. I mean, it's already kind of a problem now, because, it is a, what's the word I'm looking for? It is an enabler of a lot of degenerate plays, but once Needle Fiber is here, that's just going to be too much. The TCG is not ready for it. It's banned in the OCG. Hopefully the TCG follows suit, and we can just get rid of it. Needs to happen for the overall health of the game. Alright, those are the main things. What they're less likely to hit is number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk. Now, of course, token generators are, really, they promote extra linking, of course, because you're able to make so many link monsters with tokens. With Galaxy Tomahawk, you've got access to 6 monsters immediately that you can just use for link spamming, and just, no. I mean, sure, there isn't anything that's really exploiting it right now, because there isn't really a level 7 deck at the moment that can crank out rank 7s, but when there is, Galaxy Tomahawk is going to be exploited. And in fact, it's already being exploited in Danger. What am I talking about? So, Galaxy Tomahawk just needs to go. It's less likely to get hit because it's not a huge, in-your-face problem, but it's got to go. And then finally, for banned cards, this one is just a personal preference of mine. I really don't like it. The Monarch's Erupt. Just why? This card should not work the way it does. It really shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Alright, next is the limited cards. This bit isn't too long, just 2 limits that need to happen, and that would be, well, the first one doesn't necessarily need to happen, it'd just be good for consistency's sake, and that would be Sky Striker Ace Kagari. It happened recently in the OCG. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if it happened again. Just here in the TCG, a lot sooner rather than later. But you know, it's kind of a toss-up with this one. The other thing that happened in the OCG is we probably need to limit Gold Sarcophagus. I mean, Thunder Dragons is just too good. It's just too good, bruh. It's too good, and Gold Sarcophagus is too much of an enabler. Alright, that's all I've got as far as limits. On to the semi-limits. Alright, semi-limits. There are 3 this time. Alright, so first up, Altergeist Multifaker. Again, happened in the OCG. Wouldn't surprise me if it happened here in the TCG. And, you know, it could do some good. I mean, Altergeist is like the 3rd best deck. Okay, so we've got like a triangle format right now, and Altergeist is definitely one of those points. And there isn't really much you can do to like hit the deck all that well. So, you know, Multifaker going to 2, might do small something. I mean, it doesn't need to be completely neutered, but, it's just as far as consistency, might do something. Additionally, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage and Mecha Widow Anchor. So, these 2 Sky Striker cards, again, just a hit to consistency. We don't need to limit them or ban them outright, but, making it a little less consistent. Especially Engage, having something that's, like, better than Pot of Greed, and Pot of Greed is banned, okay? Pot of Greed is banned, and Sky Strikers have access to something that's even better than Pot of Greed, so, yeah, just put it to 2. Won't hurt the deck too much, but, at the same time, it's not as powerful. And then Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor. Alright, and then finally we've got cards that can definitely come off the list in some way. Starting off with Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. It doesn't necessarily need to go to 3, it can probably go to 1, but it has an errata now. It's not nearly as busted as it used to be. So, now that it has an errata, just limit it or put it to 3 for all we care. It's fine, okay? It's fine. Additionally, Shrit. It's at 3 in the OCG. Necros isn't doing anything. I feel like Shrit and Construct are essentially the new Stratos. Hashtag free Shrit and hashtag free Construct, I guess. Seems like the thing to do now that Stratos is back. But anyway, they can honestly come back to 1, they can come back to 3. It honestly does not matter. Just get these back in the game. Give people back the cards that they want to play. They're not a problem anymore. And then finally, this is going to polarize a lot of people. Max C. Now, when it comes to Max C, you have to either have it at 0 or you have to have it at 3. I'm on the boat of having it at 3, or at the very least, having it at 3 until we get Null None. Once we get Null None, then it can probably go back to 0. I don't know. Or since, it's still at 3 in the OCG has it at 3, maybe we can have both. I like Maxi, alright? It was never a problem for me. I enjoyed using it. I like it. So there we go. Those are my predictions / my personal wish list. It's not too different from everybody else's. It's not too crazy, other than maybe the Max C bit, and the Monarchs Erupt is kind of a personal bias. But other than that, it's essentially the same as everybody else. So, but what do you guys think? What do you think should go on the list, come off the list? What? Let me know down in the comments below. Like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys again next time. Bye! Speaking of Dark Warriors, we gotta get rid of Topologic Bumbler. Fuck. Gumblar Dragon. Topologic Gumblar Dragon. Alright. Alright. Okay. Speaking of... Are you going to the bathroom? Because that's gonna make a lot of noise! She's going to the bathroom. Motherfucker. She has the audacity to use the bathroom while I'm recording. I need to trim my beard back into a goatee soon. Because I prefer it being a goatee. And the goatee portion of it is starting to get a bit long, so yeah, I need to trim it down. I really do. But I look like a scrub today, and that's okay. Everyone can have a scrub day. Alright, toilet's flushing. She'll be washing her hands soon, and then I can get back to business. The hell didn't you wash your hands for?
What?
The hell didn't you wash your hands for, you nasty ass bitch?
I washed my hands?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I turned the faucet down on low and washed my hands.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want it to be recorded. Should have thought about that when flushing the toilet.
Obviously, as soon as you went into the bathroom, I've just been, fucking around waiting for you to get out of the bathroom.
I really hope this isn't going to be on your outtakes.
Maybe it will be. You never know. I could put it there. Alright, anyway. Speaking of Dark Warrior decks, we gotta get rid of Topologic Gumblar Dragon. Hand looping your opponent for 6.
Yes, I agree. We totally need to get rid of that. I love you.
Someone who doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Knows that we need to get rid of Topologic Gumblar Dragon.
Totally! We need to get rid of the
Topologic Gumblar Dragon.
Yeah, the gumbo thing.
Anyway. Speaking of Dark Warrior decks, we've got to get rid of Topologic Gumblar Dragon. Hand looping your opponent for 6 is just... why? Who thought that this was a good idea? Who thought that it was a good idea to make this?
Donald Trump! I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Please do. I don't have much memory space on my phone. The longer this takes, the more space it takes up. And I don't have much, because it's a phone and not a camera. Anyway,